What's up, everybody? It's Franco here, and I'm back with another Clash of Clans video today. And I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I did want to make a video recapping so far Clan War Leagues, and well, there's not really too much to recap because we only did one war so far. But like I said in my previous Clan War League videos, it's kind of funny how in Clan War Leagues you can kind of feel how the entire season's gonna go almost based off of the first war, because after the first war you see the entire table and you see how everybody matched up against everybody else, and you see who's the biggest threats, who isn't, whatever. And it would have been a little bit clearer if I would have done this as they started, but the Leroyan clan was the one right behind us, and Team Barrio is actually who we beat in War 1, and they seem like the biggest threat, but they had that 10 war star, or they had that 10-star deficit because we beat them, so they were actually in third. But we already beat the biggest threat in War 1. So I feel like it's fair to say we're probably going to win this Clan War League. So we did 16 attacks, and they did, 17, and they're still 12 stars behind us. This clan did 15, and they're 16 stars behind us. Honestly, yeah, it's looking pretty promising in Masters too, and I'll show how our previous Clan War Leagues went. Oh yeah, well that's regular war, and I did want to touch on regular war really quick because I know they're debating bringing in something for like a tiebreaker, or maybe I think a cool thing to implement, which I haven't heard anybody discuss, but like they were like having the option for hard mode in Clan Wars, and I was like, it would be cool that if you go on a streak of 10 or 5 or something, then automatically you have to go in hard mode. It makes you play in hard mode. I know we're in a war streak of 6, and like that seems kind of stupid because we're not even at 10. But then if you have that, all the clans that are way above 10 and just keep tying would be in their own league right away. And then realistically, we would be playing in regular war, and we would then just win all the way up to 10 in 4 wars in a row, or like 10 wars in a row, basically, because then all the people in regular war would just be regular clans that aren't on streaks of 10, which is like pretty competitive, and then all the people in streaks of 10 would be in hard mode. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. I mean, people say optional hard mode, but hopefully that's implemented, because you can see we have 4 ties recently, and like ties are pretty common now. And I think another cool thing is how we only have, well, I was going to say only 2 losses are in our entire war log, but we do have this one at the very bottom, but Clan War League started, so we didn't really have much of a choice. And here's the little picture of our Clan War League so far. So our first one was in October of, I guess, 2023, right? Yeah. I was like, am I tripping, or do we have another year? So yeah, this clan's anniversary is coming up. I guess we've been active for 10 months so far. But we started in Gold 1, then, oh, it looks like we got 8th place. So we got placed too high. I'm not sure if there was some before this. I'd have to look at my previous videos, but I think that is roughly where we placed. And then we've just been on a promotion streak ever since the conception of the clan. We did have a rough spot in Crystal 2, ultimately because the YouTube wasn't taking off and we weren't really getting better members, and the progress was just like staying at how I progress, which isn't too fast as free to play. But then the YouTube started blowing up and we started getting a lot more people, and we got Crystal 2, Crystal 1, Masters 3, that was tragic. We got 2nd place. It was so close, but then last season we dominated Masters 3. It wasn't even close. We had so many Town Hall 16s, and if we look at how many Town Hall 16s we have now, we have 27, but that includes my second accounts, which are just completely rushed. But I have them because I can hit pretty high in Clan Wars, which I will show here. But yeah, last time we had roughly that too, and we were wondering if coming into Masters 2 here, we would like, because we dominated Masters 3 so much, we were like, man, maybe if we don't even get any better, which I don't really think we did too much. I was like, maybe we'll still dominate Masters 2, and we still are. So hopefully we get stronger before Masters 1. But I did want to show, well, I can show what attack strategy I've been using. So I waited pretty long to attack on my main account here because, well, I wanted to see what people were doing when they hit up, because our strategy is kind of attack 2 down from your mirror, because like I said, I have those 2 rush accounts that are the bottom 2 people. and I just attack number 1 and 2, or whoever the top people don't feel like 3-starring. Because obviously, maybe number 1 isn't actually. This is a little bit tragic of a flame flinger. I haven't been flame flingering in a while. I should have dropped a balloon or something beforehand. But usually, our top people, like at the top level, when they're all max Town Hall 16s, it's just whichever base you feel most comfortable with. So it's not necessarily the number 1. So what I do is I usually just wait a bit, and then whoever the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decide to attack, then I'll attack the other one, and then everybody else can realistically attack 2 down. So that's technically why I was able to attack 3 down from my mirror here, because then you have other people who are kind of rushed like that too, like I was saying, like with my 2 accounts, and they attack up too. So then I like kind of waited until the end of the war because I want to do all my Legend League attacks. I don't know. I like the first attack in Clan War Leagues, when you do it, and it's just like so either stressful or relieving, because you're like, man, if I mess up this first attack, I'm gonna be so like disappointed and have no motivation for the rest of Clan War Leagues, and like you kind of gotta start off a little bit strong. So I'm glad I did get a 3-star here. It was pretty easy, honestly. A Town Hall below, Town Hall 15. I think it's, yeah, even level 1, the Town Hall itself. So yeah, it's not too much of a threat, and a lot of Town Hall 14 defensive walls, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad I got this 3-star on day 1. But one of the worst things that happened to me, I think, when we were in Crystal 1 or something, a little while ago, I think back in December, whatever season that was, I actually went perfect the entire Clan War League, and our last matchup, I don't know why, I got matched up against someone kind of hard, and I was scared. I was like, dude, I just need to go perfect one more time, and I get my Clan War League bonus medals, and I was like, I'm even going to pop a hero potion. I popped the hero potion, whatever, and I ended up failing. And I was like, oh my god, I got like a 90-something% fail, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, because, here, we'll watch this guy's replay, because, I was like, I worked so hard for all 6 days, and then last day, number 7, I failed. And it was so disappointing. Like, that is way worse, in my opinion, than failing on day 1, because sometimes failing on day 1 is kind of nice. You fail on day 1, you're like, hey, I'm not going to get bonuses, no pressure for the rest of Clan War League, and sometimes you have your best Clan War League ever, and it's so much fun, and all this stuff. But if you really want those bonus medals, you gotta really be sweating the whole Clan War Leagues, which, I mean, isn't fun. It is fun, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a lot of pressure and everything. But we have Lunatics coming in here with our attack is number 1, and like I said, our number 1, 2, or I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not really sure exactly if it's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but like our top 5-ish people are some of the best hitters that I've ever seen in Clash of Clans. Like the Ted guy, this Lunatics guy, I don't think I've ever seen fail, like ever, in regular war, like always 6-star wars, which is kind of crazy, but I think they go perfect in Legends League like every day. So I logged on this morning for War 2, which I haven't shown, this is War 1 right now, and I see like 1 through 5 already like 3-starred. I was like, what? Or like a 5 3-stars near the top, and I was like, damn, like it's so nice having some really good players in the clan, because usually like those top spots are like where clans struggle the most. Like I know I used to relate to this a lot. Like I would hate when I'd accept a new member who's like max Town Hall 16 or max Town Hall 15 at the time, and they're like our top spot, and I'm like, oh, let's go, like we got such a powerful member, and then they suck and they like can't attack, and I'm like, bro, like we just got this super high level person and they're actually a liability. And I was like, what do I do? So it's like such a hard predicament, because they have such good defense and all these like max heroes and stuff, and then you're like, they suck. It's like, oh, and eventually like somehow like you kick them out if they're inactive, and it kind of like ruins your clan, honestly. But having this cushion of like our top 5 people being absolute units actually helps us out a lot. So that really doesn't run into an issue, because you're really not going to be higher than these people that are in our top 5. So that's kind of nice. And also, I was just kind of thinking to myself, like, I know the overall goal of this clan. So before I say this, if you don't know, you have the option of 15v15 or 30v30 in Clan War Leagues, and I always choose 30v30. And the logic is you just want to have the most amount of people get the most amount of rewards. So if you have a clan of like 50 people, to do 15, you're excluding 35 people from Clan War Leagues. Even if you can rotate rotate them in, you're still excluding like almost like 20 people probably. But if you do 30v30, you can almost incorporate everybody in the Clan War League. So I've always done 30v30. Now with that out of the way, here's the other guy who's also a pretty good hitter. I've never seen him miss, to be fair, and he goes in with Super Bowl, which is interesting. But like I was saying, if you don't know, then when you get to Masters 1, that is the last league in Clan War Leagues where you have the option of doing 30 or 15. In Champions 3, 2, and 1, you can only do 15v15 in Clan War Leagues. And that kind of brings the question, like, what's the overall goal of my clan? Like, I love to give the most amount of people that, like, this clan is kind of based on who's active, who's trying to improve. And if you're giving effort, like, I'd love to have you in the clan and everything. But it's like, to then punish them because these people that grind hard, that maybe don't have great defensive levels, which, like, in my opinion doesn't really matter, will be punished and not be able to be in Clan War Leagues if we get to Champions 3. I'm like, that kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes me a little bit upset. So, like, the end goal of this clan, like, in theory, is just to get to Masters 1. And in Masters 1, only one clan gets promoted. So I was like, hey, if we're in first in Masters 1, maybe last war we just throw so we don't get promoted. And that kind of makes you think, like, maybe the end goal of this clan is just stay in Masters 1 and keep getting second place. Because that's a fuck ton of medals. Like, that's nothing to, like, I don't know, like, nothing to be ashamed of. A Masters 1 second place, you get a lot of medals for that. And we still get bonus medals and all this stuff, but it's like, if we go to Champion, the overall net amount of medals we'd be getting, we just take a huge tank. And it really just emphasized the top 15 people. And like I was saying, based off that logic before, like, I really kind of thought Masters 1 would be the end of this clan, but now my perception has kind of changed a little bit. I'm kind of thinking, like, man, I would actually like to get in Champions League because it's just such a prestigious, like, accolade for your clan. And also, like, I know it's excluding most of the people in the clan, but it's just a lot of motivation to be in that top 15. And a little bit selfish here. I feel like as leader, I'll always be able to get in, honestly. And let's show my replay from my Rush account here. But which is kind of selfish. Like, if I'm the leader, like, I'll always be like, hey, can I at least get in for like 3 wars just to get my full 8-star max reward? I'm sure that would be acceptable, and I'm a good attacker, so I could hold my own and everything. But it's kind of like, I see why clans like to do 15v15, and it makes sense. Like, it's hard to keep track of all 30 people, which brings me to one of the points of one of the guys in our clan here. So, I put in all 30 people that I think are strong on the roster, that I kind of remember are good in war. It's so hard to tell. I did it based off max defenses, and then I was like, oh, this person's kind of ass anyway, so I didn't put them in. But then, like, you just can't keep track of everybody. As a leader, I've been leading this clan for like a year. People come and go so much. I've kicked so many people from my clan for so many things, and so many people proceed to come right back. Or maybe like wait a month and come back, and I'm like, hey, I think I remember your name, and I can't remember why I kicked them or whatever, so I just like let them stay. And that's just like what happens when you have a 30-person roster. It's like, I kind of forget who actually is bad, and then when you put them in one of the wars, they catfish you so hard and they do absolutely horrible, and you're like, dude, I just wasted a war attack, and that could actually end up costing us the war because of just like cheesy people that aren't in our top 15 people and like try to take advantage of the clan. And this might sound vague, but that's exactly what happened. There was one guy who joined our clan, whatever, a while ago, and I guess I kicked him out. I don't know why. Maybe because he was bad, maybe inactive. I don't really know. But then I put him in Clan War Leagues, and he proceeded to get a 1-star 70%. Like, it wasn't even close. And he's a Town Hall 16 attacking a Town Hall 15. I was like, dude, a Town Hall down and a 1-star? I was like, yo. I was like, is this dude actually going to cost us the war? And I was like, well, I was really upset at him for just like, I don't know, just being bad and like not telling me like he doesn't want to be in Clan or something like that. Like, but then I was like, nah, I'm upset at myself because I just didn't keep track of who's good and who's bad in this clan. And like, there's like not too much I can do. Like, my brain can only have so much capacity for remembering every member's history in this clan. which is kind of disappointing. But that's like why it makes me want to be able to have the 15-person option, because with the 15-person option, I know for sure who is going to be on that 15-person lineup. Like, you know, the top 15 people in your clan, and if you're questionable, you have at least, like, I have at least 5 extra that I know will be just as good. So like, there's a lot of leeway because I know everybody in that top 15, top 20 range is really good. When it comes down to like that bottom 10 and managing a clan, it's kind of like a question mark. Like, I don't really know. So that was kind of a little bit tragic, and I'll show who it was here. I'll dox him really quick, but it's just a name. You can't really find his profile or whatever. But it was this guy got a tragic 1-star 90%. It happens, but it was this one. Like, it was horrible. This guy's a Town Hall 16 and just comes in with just, I don't even know. All of his troops died. Mass Root Rider. Like, maybe at a time this worked for him. Who really knows? But yeah, everything ends up dying really quick. And it wasn't even close. Like, we can see here, like, he still had a lot of base to go through. 70%? Yeah, it's 70%. Like, there's still the core. Like, everything in the core was still existing at the end of this attack here. And this guy was a Town Hall 16, so even if we, like, scout him, I know super rush, but like still like yeah. Well, I don't want to show his profile, just not show his name or whatever. But yeah. So that's how War went. War one went so far. We ended up only winning by 4 stars, and I was like, dude, if that guy's 1-star ends up costing us because of his idiocracy, like my idiocracy for putting him in, I would be so disappointed. We had a fail up top, but then War 2 comes in, and like I said, we started off so hot and everything. And we're still doing hot, and I think we'll end up winning the Clan War League, like I said. And I come on, and we have a bunch of 3-stars, and I actually missed with my one extra account, but then I hit with the other one. But it ultimately doesn't matter. It's good because we like to shift everybody down, so everybody gets to attack slightly lower if I attack super high, which overall will increase hit rates. But yeah, I think that's it for our clan leagues. I do want to cover quick our feeder clan here. So Sorry Man 3.0, if you don't know, this is our feeder clan. It's for people like Town Hall 13 plus, and we have some people from 2.0 go down to 3.0 for Clan War League, including myself, Franco Mac there. And here, I'll actually go to that account quick before I end the video here. But they're in Crystal whatever, and they're absolutely destroying. Like, I already knew they would, because last time they got third, and it was just kind of like close, but now we have way more Town Hall 14s and whatever, and we're absolutely destroying Crystal too. It's just like not even close. I tried to get some of the Town Hall 16s to come to 2.0, but I think they had a little bit too much like PTSD, and like didn't want to leave again, and then we get third, and like everybody's like, oh, like if they would have been here, we would have gotten first or whatever. So they were like, no, like, we're gonna say, and I was like, guys, we're going to dominate. This isn't even going to be close. Like, these other clans are going to be so ass, which they were, but whatever. I mean, as long as we get promoted in this clan too, as long as everybody's happy with this clan's performance, that's all that matters. Crystal 2 isn't too bad either. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. If you're interested in seeing how our last Clan War Leagues went, click on the video in the link. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.